Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am so grateful you've joined me today, and I can't wait to dive into something that has the power to change your life. There's a peculiar and profound truth in life: actions have consequences, and no one escapes the moral fabric that binds us all. When you're wronged, betrayed, or unjustly targeted, it feels like the world tilts on its axis. But what you must realize is that there's an intricate web of cause and effect, a kind of cosmic justice that unfolds over time. And the beauty of it, you don't have to lift a finger for it to occur. The divine operates on a timeline we often don't understand. You might wonder, why hasn't justice come yet? But it's not about your timing, it's about the process. People who operate with malice, deceit, or selfishness dig their own graves. Their arrogance blinds them, but reality always catches up. When it does, the truth is revealed blatantly, unmistakably. It's as though the universe pulls back the curtain and everything hidden becomes exposed. What's truly remarkable is that this isn't a private revelation. No, it happens in full view, with clarity so sharp it leaves no room for denial. The people who dismissed you, undermined you, or doubted your worth, these are the same individuals who will one day bear witness to the consequences of their actions. It's not vindictive, it's justice. And justice has a way of humbling even the most egotistical among us. But here's the challenge: patience. Watching injustice can erode your spirit if you let it. Yet if you endure, if you refuse to retaliate or stoop to their level, you position yourself to stand on the high ground when the tide inevitably turns. This isn't about vengeance, it's about staying grounded in the truth. When that moment comes, when the scales tip and everything is laid bare, it's not just a personal victory, it's a testament to the enduring power of righteousness. And in witnessing it, you're reminded of something crucial: integrity matters. Holding firm to your values, even when it feels like no one notices, is never in vain. God's justice isn't just for you, it's a lesson for everyone. It teaches us to live with intention, to respect the delicate balance of morality, and to understand that nothing done in darkness stays hidden forever. So keep walking the path of integrity, because when justice arrives, it won't just vindicate you, it will transform the world around you. Justice is a concept that resonates deeply within us, a longing etched into the human soul. It's not simply a desire for fairness, but a recognition of a higher order, a sense that right and wrong are not arbitrary but woven into the fabric of existence. When justice triumphs, it does so in a way that is both undeniable and transformative. It's not merely a moment of retribution, but a powerful revelation of truth that stands as a testimony to the moral laws that govern our lives. When we talk about the triumph of justice, we're addressing more than just punishment or reward. True justice illuminates the entire situation, exposing the motives, actions, and consequences in their full reality. Those who once acted in secrecy, hiding behind lies or manipulation, find themselves unable to escape the consequences of their choices. Their deeds, once obscured, are brought into the light for all to see. This is not about gloating over their downfall, but witnessing the inherent power of truth to overcome deceit. Justice's triumph is often slow in coming, which can test our patience and faith. But the delay serves a purpose. It allows every detail to unfold, every nuance to be revealed, and every participant to be shaped by the process. It ensures that when justice finally arrives, it is complete, unchallengeable, and deeply impactful. Those who have waited in silence, carrying the weight of injustice, find themselves vindicated not just in private, but in a manner so public and clear that it silences any doubt. What makes this triumph so profound is its effect on the human spirit. It restores balance where chaos once reigned. It validates the struggle of those who remain steadfast in the face of wrongdoing, proving that their endurance was not in vain. And it humbles those who thought they could escape the consequences of their actions, reminding them and everyone else that no one is above the moral order. Ultimately, the triumph of justice is a victory not just for the individual, but for humanity as a whole. It reinforces the idea that we are all accountable to something greater than ourselves. It reassures us that, despite the darkness we may encounter, there is a light that cannot be extinguished. That light, when it shines, reveals the truth in its entirety, affirming that justice is not an illusion but a reality waiting to be fulfilled. Patience is one of the most profound virtues, yet it is also one of the most challenging to embody. It requires restraint in a world that often demands immediacy, and it calls for trust in outcomes that are unseen and uncertain. But patience is not passive, it is active, deliberate, and deeply transformative. It shapes character, builds resilience, and prepares us to witness the unfolding of justice and truth in their full glory. When we endure injustice or hardship, our natural inclination is to seek immediate resolution. We want things set right, and we want it now. But life does not work on our timetable, and neither does justice. Patience requires us to embrace the waiting, not as a form of surrender, but as an acknowledgement that some processes need time to fully manifest. In that waiting, we are not idle, we are being refined. Our perspective shifts, our understanding deepens, and our ability to endure grows stronger. The role of patience is not to delay resolution, but to ensure that the resolution is complete and undeniable. Quick fixes often fail to address the root of an issue, leaving it unresolved or even exacerbated. True justice, however, requires time to unfold. It allows every detail to come to light, every hidden motive to be revealed, and every consequence to take shape. It ensures that when the scales are balanced, they remain balanced, leaving no room for doubt or question. In the waiting, patience also protects us from ourselves. When we are wronged, it is tempting to react impulsively, to take matters into our own hands, or to retaliate in ways that might compromise our integrity. Patience reminds us that justice is not ours to enforce. It calls us to trust in the process, in the unseen forces at work, and in the ultimate authority that governs all things. By holding back, we maintain our dignity and moral standing, ensuring that when justice does come, it is pure and untainted by our interference. Patience teaches us to focus not on the timing but on the journey. It allows us to grow through adversity, to find strength in our restraint, and to emerge on the other side with a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. It is a discipline that shapes character, molds perspective, and prepares us to appreciate the fullness of justice when it arrives. Ultimately, patience is not just a waiting game, it is an act of faith. It is a declaration that we trust in the order of the universe, in the inevitability of truth, and in the power of justice to prevail. It is in this waiting and this deliberate choice to endure that we find not only the strength to carry on, but also the wisdom to recognize the profound beauty of justice when it finally unfolds before us. Vindication is one of the most profound experiences in life, especially when it unfolds in a way that leaves no room for doubt. It is the moment when the truth rises above deception, when justice emerges from obscurity, and when everything that was hidden is brought into the light. But vindication is not merely a personal victory, it is often a spectacle, a public unveiling of what was once concealed, a display of how truth ultimately prevails against all odds. When you endure wrongdoing, betrayal, or injustice, there is a silent hope within you that one day the truth will come out. It's not about seeking revenge or humiliating others, but about affirming that your choices, your integrity, and your character were not in vain. The spectacle of vindication is that moment when everything aligns, when those who doubted you, dismissed you, or worked against you are forced to confront the reality of their actions. It's as though the world itself conspires to ensure that justice is seen, not just felt. This spectacle is often dramatic in its unfolding. The very people who underestimated you, spoke ill of you, or plotted against you may find themselves in positions where their words and actions are exposed for all to see. It is not a private matter, it is a public reckoning. And in that moment, the weight of their choices becomes undeniable. Vindication isn't simply about proving yourself right, it's about witnessing the natural consequences of truth revealing itself in ways that no one can ignore. What makes this moment so powerful is its ability to restore balance. Those who have wronged you are humbled, not by your hand, but by the order of justice itself. Their arrogance, deceit, or malice is met with the undeniable reality that truth cannot be suppressed forever. For you, it's a moment of profound validation. All the endurance, the patience, and the silent perseverance culminate in a display that affirms your integrity and the strength of your character. But the spectacle of vindication also serves a greater purpose. It's not just about you or your personal journey, it's a lesson for everyone who witnesses it. It demonstrates that actions have consequences, that the truth cannot be buried indefinitely, and that moral accountability is universal. In this way, vindication becomes a force that transcends individual experience, reminding all of us of the enduring power of justice and truth. The beauty of this spectacle is that it requires no effort from you to orchestrate it. Your role is simply to stand firm, to remain true to yourself, and to trust in the process. When vindication comes, it speaks for itself loudly, clearly, and unmistakably. It restores not just your sense of dignity, but also your faith in the moral order of the world. In that moment, you realize that enduring the trials was worth it, because the truth, when revealed, carries a power that cannot be denied. Adversity is a teacher, though its lessons often come wrapped in pain and struggle. It confronts us with challenges we never anticipated, situations we never wanted, and pressures we often feel unprepared to bear. Yet, within these difficulties lies an unparalleled opportunity for growth, an invitation to become more resilient, more insightful, and ultimately more aligned with our deepest potential. Personal growth through adversity is not a passive process, it is an active transformation, one that reshapes who we are at our core. When we face adversity, our immediate reaction is often resistance. We want to escape the discomfort, to bypass the struggle, to find a way out. But growth requires us to lean into the experience, to confront the challenges head on. In doing so, we begin to discover strengths we didn't know we had, reserves of courage, creativity, and endurance that emerge only when we are tested. These moments stretch us, pushing us beyond our perceived limits and forcing us to evolve. Adversity also has a way of clarifying our priorities. It strips away the superficial, leaving us to grapple with what truly matters. When everything else falls away, we are left with the essentials: our values, our purpose, our inner resolve. This clarity is invaluable. It allows us to refocus our energy on what is meaningful and to let go of what no longer serves us. In this way, adversity doesn't just challenge us, it refines us, sharpening our vision and deepening our sense of purpose. Through struggle, we gain wisdom. The lessons learned in hardship are not theoretical, they are lived and felt deeply. These lessons teach us humility as we recognize our limitations, and compassion as we empathize with the struggles of others. Adversity opens our eyes to the interconnectedness of humanity, reminding us that pain and perseverance are universal experiences. This awareness fosters a sense of gratitude, not for the hardship itself, but for the growth and understanding it brings. Adversity also builds resilience. Each time we overcome a challenge, we reinforce our ability to face the next one. It's like a muscle that grows stronger with use. Resilience doesn't mean we are immune to pain or struggle, it means we are better equipped to navigate it. This resilience becomes a cornerstone of personal growth, enabling us to approach life's uncertainties with confidence and composure. What's perhaps most transformative about adversity is its ability to reveal our purpose. The trials we endure often shape the paths we choose and the impact we have on others. Many of the world's most inspiring individuals are those who have faced significant hardship and emerged with a renewed sense of direction and a commitment to making a difference. Their stories remind us that adversity, while painful, can be a catalyst for profound and meaningful growth. In the end, adversity is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced. It is the fire that refines us, the pressure that shapes us, and the journey that transforms us. Through it, we become stronger, wiser, and more deeply connected to our true selves. Personal growth through adversity is not easy, but it is invaluable and essential part of becoming the person we are meant to be. In every challenge, triumph, or moment of adversity, there is a deeper layer of meaning that extends beyond the immediate experience. This is the greater moral lesson, the understanding that life's events are not random but serve a purpose far greater than we often realize. It is through these lessons that we are shaped, that our character is refined, and that the fabric of society is strengthened. The greater moral lesson teaches us that actions are not isolated, they ripple outward, affecting not only the individuals directly involved, but also the wider community. When someone acts with integrity, courage, or kindness, their actions inspire others to do the same. Conversely, when harm is done or wrongdoing goes unaddressed, it erodes trust and damages the bonds that hold us together. Life's events, particularly those that involve justice, betrayal, or redemption, serve as vivid reminders of these truths. They call attention to the values that uphold society and the consequences that arise when those values are ignored. At its core, the greater moral lesson is about accountability and the inevitability of truth. It demonstrates that no one is exempt from the consequences of their choices. This is not about punishment for its own sake, but about the natural order of cause and effect. When someone acts with malice or deceit, those actions set into motion a chain of events that will eventually bring the truth to light. This is not just for the sake of retribution, but as a reminder to all of us that integrity matters. It reinforces the idea that what we do in the dark will inevitably come into the light, serving as a cautionary tale for those who might otherwise stray. The lessons we learn from witnessing justice or the lack of it extend beyond the moment. They shape our understanding of what is right and wrong, what is fair and unjust. They remind us that patience, perseverance, and moral courage are not weaknesses but strengths. In a world that often prioritizes quick wins and immediate gratification, these lessons teach us the value of enduring for the sake of what is right. They show us that true success is not about what we gain, but about who we become in the process. The greater moral lesson also humbles us. It reminds us that we are part of something larger, that our individual actions contribute to a collective reality. This humility fosters empathy, helping us see the world through the eyes of others and recognize the shared humanity that binds us all. It teaches us to approach life with a sense of responsibility, knowing that our actions can either uplift or harm those around us. Perhaps most importantly, the greater moral lesson gives us hope. It reassures us that justice, though sometimes delayed, is inevitable. It reminds us that the struggles we face are not in vain, that they are part of a larger narrative of growth, redemption, and transformation. This perspective allows us to endure hardships with grace, to forgive even when it's difficult, and to trust that truth and goodness will ultimately prevail. In the grand tapestry of life, the greater moral lesson is the thread that weaves everything together. It connects our experiences, challenges, and victories to a higher purpose, reminding us that nothing is wasted. Every moment, no matter how painful or joyful, carries within it a lesson meant to guide us, to teach us, and to lead us toward a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world. In the end, life's challenges, injustices, and triumphs are not random. They are part of a greater narrative that shapes who we are and reveals the truth of the world we inhabit. The pain you endure, the patience you cultivate, and the strength you gain are not wasted. They are preparing you for something far greater than you can imagine. Justice will come, and when it does, it will arrive not just as a resolution, but as a revelation of the profound power of truth and integrity. Let this be your unwavering hope. No act of goodness goes unnoticed, no injustice remains unanswered, and no perseverance is in vain. Stand firm in your values, endure with grace, and trust the process. For when the moment of vindication arrives, it will not only restore you, but also illuminate the moral order that governs all. Your story, when aligned with truth and integrity, becomes a testament to the enduring power of justice and the profound impact of living with purpose. Keep walking the path, for the light always shines brightest after the darkest hour.